want to get on here real quick, and I just want to talk about why it's so important to surround yourself with people that make you feel smart, even after you've made 1,000 mistakes. Now, I've said this so many times. You are who you hang around, and you only attract the energy that you vibrate. You feel me? If you're hanging around people who make you feel dumb, who make you feel stupid, who make you feel less, these people are put into your life specifically to show you who you are as a person, to show that you are wealthy and that you are not a codependent person, to show you that you are way more than what meets the eye. See, many people it's so easy for other people to say negative things about you, but call it a joke because you guys are friends. Okay, and this has happened to me many times where people will talk about how, or they'll see something that I post on Instagram, respond to my text or whatever, or not my text, my post, and they say that it's a joke. But if it was anybody else though, someone who I'm not friends with, or someone who I've never talked to before, then it would be someone disrespecting me, right? So because you're my friend, now that automatically just means that whatever you say to me is a joke. Fuck out of here with that. You gotta realize that you were put in this life to accomplish great things. Okay, you are not a waste of a life at all. All right, you need to surround yourself with people. You need to surround yourself with yourself and incorporate the mindset of success. Okay, like I said before, your brain is a supercomputer. It is a biomechanical supercomputer, and computers follow code. Computers only do or follow out the instructions set out by the person using the computer. And your brain is like a sponge. It absorbs information. The same way a sponge absorbs water is the same way that a sponge or your brain absorbs information. And now when you are subconsciously being told that you are a dumb fuck, that you're an idiot, that you're stupid, that you're dumb, and all this negative self-talk, this is shaping your brain to be impoverished, to have that poverty mindset. Okay, before I continue on, the poverty mindset is simply living in poverty within your mind. Your internal reality is what will manifest your external reality. Okay, billionaires, happy millionaires, happy billionaires don't think of life from a negative or impoverished mindset. That's just not how that works, because what you do on the inside is going to affect you eventually on the outside. So people who have worked their way up, got the shit out the trenches, out the mud, people who have worked their way up through the ranks and are financially stable to be where they need to be in life, such as a millionaire or a billionaire or whatever, they did that through positive self-talk. Okay, you can't be successful and in your mind you're unsuccessful. And poverty really all starts within the mind first. Okay, many people are impoverished mentally before they're impoverished physically. Me personally, right? My internal reality deals with royalty, deals with success, deals with balance, deals with grounded energy. Okay, and I see this on a day-to-day basis within my external reality, because this is the type of energy that I attract. Okay, I attract nothing but positive and stable energy. I attract successful opportunities, and I attract successful people mentally in their life. Okay, now you have to realize that your external reality is not indicative of your internal reality. Okay, and what I mean by that is your external reality, just because I'm successful internally does not necessarily mean I have 4 or 5 cars sitting in my driveway right now. Okay, this is why it's so important that we don't place our success and our morals into anything beyond ourselves, because at the drop of a hat, any and everything can be stripped away from you. Imagine it was a damn hurricane that just struck your neighborhood right now. All the stuff that made you successful physically is no longer gonna be there. The poverty mindset deals with how you talk to yourself, how you carry yourself, how you want to lead yourself. Okay, a lot of the time people lead themselves and therefore lead others through negativity. Okay, for example, right, this generation of not only adults but now adolescent teenagers and young adults, toddlers, things like that are grown up off of this mindset that it's okay to kill other people, that it's okay to, be mean to other people, that it's okay to not act accordingly and things like that. just keeping it PG, right? People feel as though that's okay, but they lack the understanding and knowledge to know that that all comes from a space of poverty. That all comes from a space of wanting something that they didn't have, so they made up in other areas to try to suffice for everything that was missing. Now, when it comes to surrounding yourself with other people, you have to remember that your productivity should not be the reason as to why your friends should be lazy, okay? Don't let your productivity be a crutch for someone else's laziness, okay? You have to strike a perfect balance between what you know is good for you and what's good for the other person. That's also emotional intelligence, okay? I'll make a completely another video about emotional intelligence. I'm not necessarily saying that everybody in your life has to think the exact same way as you or be within alignment with every single goal that you have. It's great to have friends, but there comes a time where you have to realize that sometimes it's good to take yourself out the picture to look at things from a very critical eye, okay? A lot of the time we like certain people in our lives because of how they make us feel, okay? But as soon as they switch up, as soon as they start acting different or emoting different or just incorporating something different into their life, then that feeling that they made you feel is no longer there. Okay, again, like I said, bro, this is why it is so important, and this is why I stress self-sufficiency, okay? I stress self-sufficiency. You have to realize that self-sufficiency is the number one most important thing that you could have in this life ever. Self-sufficiency is the act of being able to pour into your cup when nobody else can. Okay, it's like a relationship with anybody or with that significant other. The relationship is not 50-50. It's 100-100, so that once somebody or your partner can't pour into themselves, you can still pour into yourself. Okay? It's supposed to be 200-200 always, and that goes with everything. Word to Attica, rest in peace. But I was watching one of his live streams. It was a clip of a live stream, and he talked about what push and pull factors were, okay? What a push and pull factor is the amount that you give into something versus how much that thing is giving to you, okay? And life is all about balance. So with that being said, there needs to be a balance to that as well. It's like a girl, right? If you're talking to a girl, she needs to be giving you as much energy, or guy, whatever you like doing. They need to be giving you just as much energy as you're giving them, okay? You need to know how much to pour into that situation, and they need to know how much they need to pour in your situation. If you're giving 85 and they're giving 15, you need to pull back, okay? It's like anything else. If you're working your ass off for a job, right, and the job is not giving you what you wanted to get out of it, maybe that comes time to just pull back, pull out, pull back, and just reevaluate and reassess what you're doing. It's with other people as well, not even just your significant other or friends or a job. It could be your friends too. If you're pouring too much into their cup to the point where it is detrimental to your own mental, spiritual, and physical health, which your mental health and your spiritual health are one and the same. So a lot of the time, if your mind is not in check, your spirit ain't in check either, because it all correlates. But anyway, like I said, if you are heavily pouring into somebody else's cup without them being able to pour into yours, and it's becoming detrimental, then you need to set some type of boundary, okay? Boundaries are very, very important, okay? Boundaries literally can make or break a relationship. Setting boundaries lets the other person know, hey, I'll let this slide. Hey, hell no. You know what I'm saying? And you wouldn't realize that when it comes to talking to other people, you are not a pushover. You are not a pushover. You need to know what self-sufficiency looks like for you, okay? This is why it's so important that we do the necessary internal work so that we can get what we need to get out of every single situation, okay? I walk into every situation with my head high, knowing that I'm going to be a better person coming out of the situation as I did going into the situation, okay? Because that's not me. That's not me, man. Nah, it's not like that. That's not me sucking my own dick. But that's just simply me knowing that I am worthy and I am grateful for everything that I've been able to manifest within my life, because at the end of the day, I am my greatest asset. The same way that you are your greatest asset. And like I said, I'm not trying to make this about me, but I'm simply using myself as a model for how other people should try to approach their life and their daily situation. You know what I'm saying? And lastly, before I sign off, what you do today will be the precursor for what's to come tomorrow. So whatever you're doing, always put your best foot forward, keep your head up, and walk like you got this shit. That being said, I love myself through you. Peace.